Okay, job drawing to an end, Viessmann 200, hydraulic separation, 2 mixed circuits and 1 unmixed circuit, 2 unvented cylinders, not my choice, bronze recirculation, and combined, okay, a few noughties, combined pressure supplies here. So let's run you through the sort of theory behind my design. This is a relay box I've built here to signal back to the boiler. So I don't have the intelligent reheat on the cylinder on this job, which I couldn't work out how I could possibly get with this system, so open to ideas. Bronze pump's going to be activated by a wireless PIR down in the kitchen. So if anyone's in the kitchen, bronze pump will run and they won't have to wait ages for water down in the kitchen. Once they're out of the kitchen, PIR shuts off and the bronze pump stops circulating. Complied with G3 here with the 2 valves, which I'm actually using for the relays to come back here. I've got 2 resistors in here. I've got a 15 kiloohms and a 2 kiloohms resistors, which tell the boiler that the water in the cylinders when there's a call is either 20 or 70 degrees. So it sees that as a demand. Both expansion vessels. Now I've combined the feeds into the cylinders here, teed them together so that there's 5 bathrooms here and the flow rate through these valves is abysmal. So by combining them together, any combination of the bathrooms in the house can have double the flow rate, and pop the expansion vessels on. So the expansion vessels are shared, one of the inlet tubes, don't need to be on a separate one on the same system, and I hope I'm right. Coming around here, so I've got unmixed circuit. This goes to a manifold and runs 4 radiators. So it's a 1560 pump, and here's one. Might be a little bit over the top. It is reasonably long run. It's all in 15mm to the manifold and then in 10mm to the radiators. So should be okay. I did some basic calcs. I haven't done proper calculations, but done some basic calcs for this, and this is looking good. Now this is the bit where my examiner has made me upset, because just after I'd ordered all the bits and put this all together, he started talking about authority. And if you look around here, I've got 1-inch valves, and really these should probably be 1/2 inch. And what we've learnt recently on the forum is that we need to have the flow rate at a certain range through a valve for a valve to gain authority, and the 1-inch valve can handle very high flow rates, and I haven't got very high flow rates, so I'm going to have very poor authority on that valve. I might actually elect to replace those at my cost. The units on top are the same, it's just the back body, and they're not that expensive, so out of personal pride I'll probably end up buying a pair of those and come back and fitting them. Also the velocity of the pipes, the velocity, if I set this up the way I'd originally planned in those pipes, will be 1 meter per second, and we've found out since, or Mike found out and corrected me, that it should be between 0.3 and 0.5 meters a second, or I start getting some problems with competition on pumps. So again, I have told the customer on that probably have to redo those. It's only that stretch across the top there I need to redo, and the same along here. So a couple of little problems. When he ordered the low loss header, he went ahead and ordered the Spira kit. So we've got, really, I wouldn't have bothered with this with the low loss header, but he'd ordered the bits in, so it got fitted. So they're on there. A little bit crooked actually, looking at that. But anyway, they went on, and plenty of drain points there. And this little beastie, D-min filling. So I bought this on eBay. I think that and the filling media came to about a couple of £100. And so I'm filling the system with D-min water, and then I will adjust the pH to a suitable range, which will be 9.4, I think. I've got some steel radiators on the ground floor. So that's it really, not much more to show. Any comments are welcome. and be interested to see if anyone has got any constructive comments.